in my head, in my soul, I feel you there. Oh, Jamila, light this world again. Whoa, all my nights, every day. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, Devi, daCat, Shiro, DMC update video. A little bit of ladies as well. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing. It's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. Smash that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Good times over the past couple of days. Another thing, VeVe keeps growing. The thumbnail of this just shows, like I said, last week we had a very, very big increase in the amount of users that we had, because 2 weeks ago we had, on a random day, 500 users. Now, you know, there were multiple days over. Like, let's go over it. Let's go over it, shall we? Let's shall. We go and we take a look 3 weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, from the 8th to the 17th. Yeah, we had 500 active user days, and not one of we had multiple 500 active user days, and not one of those days from the 8th to the 17th was over 1,000. None of them were over 900. That was the worst week that we've had in quite a while. But then, when you take a look at the 18th through the 24th, there was only 2 days that we had under 1,000 users. That was July 19th and July 22nd. Every other day was 1,000 or more. And now when you take a look at it, there was, okay, I'm sorry, there's actually 3. 22nd, the 26th, and the 30th. 983, 993, and 991. So there were only 2 days where we were under 991. Actually, there's no days where we're under 991. 991 and above. We obviously had that 1952 from the 23rd. We had the 1646 from the 27th. And if you take an average of that, I believe I have that somewhere over here. That's an average of 1,271 people, round up 1,272 people per day between the 22nd and the 31st. But that does not include the days of the 18th through the 21st, which again were all they were all $1,000 days or 1,000 people days, except for the 19th, which is 901. So that number does actually go up when you add those days in front of. So this has been a very, very good time for VeVe. We had gone over and said, okay, give me 1 second here. I got 0 weekly. Okay, very good. So VeVe is growing, and when I say millions to flow in, what does that actually mean? Does that mean millions of dollars? Does that mean millions of people? Well, let's take a look. We go over, and this has been a horrible day for crypto. From 11 o'clock this morning, $805 million were liquidated from the cryptocurrency market as of 11 o'clock this morning in the last 24 hours. But then you go over and you take a look at SEC to host crypto roundtable in the US, which is great. I just want to look at a couple of things here. You have a golden Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now that is actually one of the spiffiest Bored Apes that I've ever seen. Now he has an offer of 666 ETH, which is about $2.4 million. Again, the owner of this very spiffy Bored Ape Yacht Club, a golden Bored Ape, 666, coming down below the number of the beast, 666 Ethereum, which is about $2.4 million. Now that offer expires in about 10, 11 days. The owner hasn't accepted yet. That is the offer. And if I had anything worth $2.5 million, now granted, I'm not this decamillionaire or centimillionaire that would be like, oh yeah, no, you know, I have like 80 million in the bank. Like, if I had anything worth 2.4 million, I'd probably sell. I'd go into a bunch of other stuff, a lot of which you know, a lot of which we'll talk about today, and I'd put that in there. Heck, even a tenth of that, Dashi. 100th of that, 24K, Dashi. I don't know if that would work, because Dashi's super special. Also, everyone say hello to Dashi, by the way. Hello, Dashi. And cheers to the ones that we got. I'm having I've had several daddy sodas, daddy drinks today. So this is truly an Ask Me Anything. because we're getting that bread. So that's one of the things that's happened today, where you have that offer, and this is why. And again, that's for one Bored Ape. I think I requote that over on X today, and take a look if I did. I did, and I said, it was wild that first appearance Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney on the blockchain went as low as $900 at one point, and that was not like 8 years ago. This was like 2 weeks ago. Nah, maybe a month ago, month and a half. Partner statue from Disney, gold logo from VeVe Official, Todd Batman from DC Official, and Spider-Man from Marvel are very important NFTs in this space, all able to be bought with OMI. And again, that's just from that golden ape that we have. Outside of the golden ape, there's a couple of other things to take a look at. One of which is CryptoPunk 1563. CryptoPunk 1563 might not look like much, but it just sold for 544 ETH, which is $1.9 million. I repeat, CryptoPunk 1563 might not look like much, but was just sold for $1.9 million. So clear, like you could have, people took 11 million and they swept the floor last week with CryptoPunks. Now it's 1.9 million just for one of them. So I think that there's a bunch of, now granted, are a couple of these sales having money laundering? I'm sure. But a lot of them are not. A lot of them are just people that's like, hey, I like this for the traits, I like this for X, Y, and Z. And that happens to be what's going on. So I think it's only a matter of time. I was in a DMC space this morning, Delorean Labs, and that's going to be one of the things that we go over. I think that at some point, you have the rate cuts that'll happen in September. You have the people that are in charge of ETFs. You have hedgies that'll go in and say, I want to go in and buy these specific NFTs from these specific companies. And if it's first appearance on the blockchain, the better. Now, there's a lot of things to be said about first appearances, because you have first appearance Miguel O'Hara, Spidey 2099, and it's like $130. Like, I want to go over that real quick. And I keep getting, why am I getting so many emails? Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Okay. I'm going to go to the market. I'm going to go to Spider-Man, and we're going to go to the collectibles of Spider-Man. Now, Spidey 2099 is less than $130, $119, $120. And that's a first appearance. The Miguel O'Hara we have today. Now, granted, this one, review the details. I think there's quite a bit of this one. There is, actually, there's only 2,099 editions of the first appearance of Miguel O'Hara. Now, granted, it's a Marvel Mighty, but there is only 2,000, and probably, chop off 25% of that, because a lot of them are probably in accounts that don't exist anymore, accounts of people that are no longer here. They might be in bot accounts. Now, granted, like today's common, I think is like $13. So I think it's pretty low for a non-first. Yeah, it's $13.25 for a non-first appearance. But the non-first appearance for a common is $225, which is not bad. Now, granted, that's only 269 of those. When you go to the special, though, the special. Okay, I thought this was $1,000 because so it's $900, but that's an auction that ends in 16 hours. That should go to at least 1,000, because the floor is $1,290. I thought the floor was like 800. Maybe that was the auction I took a look at. Scarcity do be everything, though. Jesus, man. I have a little quick sip of the brown. Peanut butter whiskey is so nice and cold. Oh, it's so good. So yeah, that's a lot. I was not expecting that. And $1,290, $349, $1,800. So again, I think I saw some sell for like $950. The floor on the auction is $900, but that ends in 16 hours. I don't. And that's another thing. went live this morning. I did a video about this. $93,000. Like, there's a, I don't know why I remember this. There's a TV show like 25 years ago called The Brothers Garcia on Nickelodeon. And I forget the names of the characters. There was like 3 brothers. And the middle child, I think his name was like George or something. Suddenly it's like a new season, like he's like popular kid, like in school now, and he tells his brother, like, turn the corner, bro. I'm getting sexy. I don't know why that lives rent free in my head. I haven't thought of that until just now, but TV's turned the corner, bro. They're getting sexy. And, you know, it made sense that the Secret Rare Spider-Man con exclusive, scarcest Peter Parker Spider-Man ever, sold out in 6 seconds last week. Because it's a con exclusive. There's 500 of them. Only cost $20,000 to sell out. And everyone was asking me for about how much MCP should I bid. Maybe the telltale sign that it cost 175,000 MCP points in order to guarantee yourself a drop. Yeah, that was probably it. That was probably your sign. Like Bill Engvall, Blue Collar Comedy Tour. Here's your sign. I told people, guys, this is not going to sell out. This might sell 1,000 mints at first. If it sells out, it might sell out in a week, 2 weeks, whatever. But there's not. And fuck, was I wrong? I thought this would make like 40,000, maybe 50 if people were really gambling. This sold out in seconds. $93,000. Like, that is. VeVe has turned the corner, bro. They're getting sexy again. They have dieted, they've drank their egg whites, they've did their calisthenics, and they are ripped, and they are ready to rock. The precedence that this sets is that, and the big thing with VeVe that they just did is they said, okay, we've tried amounts very recently with, what was that one with Ultraman, their little chicken thing? Like, yeah, we had the secret rare, that was very scarce. We had the ultra rare that was kind of scarce, and the rest kind of weren't scarce. And they tried saying, like, okay, here's a blind box. Here's a thing where you pay for what you want. But what they did was, instead of having 5 different editions from common to secret rare, there's a special edition variant, is they just had a common, and then they had the secret rare and a special variant. So they had not one chase, but they had 2, where it's not just like, yeah, you can gamble and you have like a 4% chance of getting the secret rare. It's like, no, they made it so that you have greater than a 10% chance of getting either the secret rare or the special edition. And I think that's what did it. The ratio, like they found that Courage the Cowardly Dog episode, more macaroni, less cheese. Less macaroni, more cheese. They found the perfect ratio of macaroni to cheese. They found it's like, okay, if we have, it doesn't matter how many chases, but if the chase is greater than 10%, we could sell as many as we want. And they could do this, they could take this a step further, where they could probably sell not 2,400, however much it is. They could probably sell 3,000 editions if they made a third rarity. Like, yeah, we 3,000 editions. We have a special edition, we have a secret rare, and we have this other, metallic red version. We have this other version, and whatever it is that they could call like a super secret rare or a super ultra rare, this crazy new variant that no one's ever heard of, another 100 editions. People are gonna go wild for that. So this exact ratio, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this exact ratio is fine, but I think at some point you'll be able to say, like, okay, people are getting a little tired of the secret rare and the special edition ratio. Let's mix it up with a third one in there, so people have like a 12%, 13% chance of getting one of these. And VeVe doesn't care what the secondary market goes for. They care about selling out on the primary market. The secondary market, yeah, they make a little bit. They make like their 2.5%. but the primary market's where they make their bread and butter. So as long as the primary market sells out, they're not going to give a fudge what happens on the secondary market. Same thing with Pokemon. Why did Pokemon take away that first edition? Why did they take away? Why is everything now just all unlimited runs? It's because they don't like they want to make those printers go burr. So the more they buy from the store, the more they so that's what VeVe has here. And granted, not everything's going to be a Spider-Man. But if they do this exact scenario of, hey, we're going to do a special edition, we're going to do a secret rare and a common, and that's it. My God, that is going to be one of the greatest cash cows that you'll ever see from VeVe, and they can do it as many times as they want. But when daCat sells out on VeVe, and it'll make $20,000. What they'll do is, okay, we'll make a common version of daCat. We'll have a secret rare, and there are so many characters in that. They're just gonna be like, yeah, we'll do this all day, every day. We'll do this every month. Bro, David, you follow me is one thing, but now I just got followed. What the fuck? No fucking way. Right, wait, you got Johnny Lawrence to follow you? Get the fudge out of here. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go to Bill Gardner on his. We're gonna go to the followers. Wait, I don't see it. Okay, Tasha, Banshee, California Comics. Where do you see it? Where do you see it? I don't see Johnny Lawrence. I'm now officially Cobra Kai. Where is it, Johnny? Oh wait, are you following him? It's on digital, Captain VeVe. All right, you got to tell me what that character is, because I have to. Johnny, and okay, you shared a photo with me. That's amazing, Johnny LCK. All right, we got the Johnny LC Kai, my man, the best Johnny Lawrence around. You're the best around, and nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Fucking love this man. Little bit of all you got has never seen you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Oh my God, this dude is awesome. We're gonna just like a bunch of stuff. He likes the John Kreese stuff, Johnny Lawrence. The Carmen, oh my God. Follow these two badasses, Carmen Diaz. Yo, this is great. This is hysterical. 18 plus, no Diaz. Oh my God. Okay, we are not going to go over their stuff because that is going to be wild. A first dude as the new Superman. This dude is hysterical. I love this dude. Can I Chuck Norris? Oh my God, I gotta like all of his stuff. I'm gonna like his stuff until he follows me. Shooter McGavin. Oh my God, he's got a Miles Morales in the background. We freaking love this dude. I don't care who he is. I dig him. All right. Anyway, let's go. All right. Hey, what's up, Connor? Saying hello, Connor. Earth2, hello. What's going on? Bill Gardner says, get it. Connor says, let's go. My man. All right, let's get the spread. What do we do first? We'll do honestly, I want to do dude, Bitcoin and Ethereum went down so far. ETH went down to like 34.50, it's 34.88 now. Dude, Bitcoin went down to like 112.7 that it went down to, dude. It's just so a buddy of mine asked me, where she's just like, hey, listen, what in the world is going on? Down 15K in Fidelity today from Ethereum ETHU. And I gave her a quote from TED, or TED Pillows, saying Binance and Coinbase dumping millions of dollars of ETH. Why? It's to wipe out leveraged longs. And once the liquidations hit, they pump it back up. And that's going to happen as soon as that liquidations hit. When is that going to happen? We have no idea. It could be, like a week from now. Also, this, okay, hold on, we're going to. A little bit of all you got will never keep you down. You're the best around. No, keep you down. Sorry. Okay, so that's obviously what's going to happen. This could keep up for like another week. It could keep up for another, I wouldn't say another month, but it could keep up for at least several days. Where does belong? Oh, Claritza, thanks for liking my stuff. And DigiJoints, thank you for liking this. I was saying, let's freaking go. Gotta love DigiJoints, guys. Their comic is so good. I mean, so Space Penguins comic leads right into daCat number 3, but it also leads into Nike the Pig number 1. And once you get through Nike the Pig, which is such a good freaking comic. Basically, Nike the Pig number 2 goes into DigiJoints, and it's just you see like what's going on. What is like it is, guys. I swear, some of these things are going to be the best comics that you've ever read. Because I feel like a lot of y'all don't even read the comics that you buy. You just buy it for the gains, which is fine. But all of these have so many first appearances in it. They're so good. I can't wait for everyone to read it. I gotta text hold on. Also let me know what you thought of that comic script I sent you. Because I gave somebody a script and they're generally very, oh, who dat? Walter James saying Shiro. Love the Shiro. All right, we'll get to the Shiro soon. Actually, let's get to the Shiro right now. Let's get to them right now. Where's the Shiro? We're going to go to CoinMarketCap, and we're going to take a look at them. They're actually up. They're up 1.76% on the day. Huzzah, Shiro. Up $646,000 in volume with a $5.8 million market cap. They're the number 6 crypto over on the cat memes on Ethereum. daCat is number 9. But Shiro Nico is number 6. So we at daCat are trying to catch them. Will we ever catch them? Will we get into some dog fights? I'm not sure. We'll see. So they did that. Like I said, I have an announcement for them that's going to come out on Sunday. Shit. Give me 1 second here. All right. I just saw something from J Dubs. And I have to take a look at what he said. So he just said, just scoop the Darth Vader ultra rare at floor price, mint 5,444. To me, it's more than just a number. 54 equals May 4th, Star Wars Day. 44 is the year that George Lucas was born, the creator of Vader himself. What do you think? Hidden value or a stretch? I think that regardless of who cares about the mint number, you will see gains because gains because of the fact that Vader will rise in the bull market. Yes, and I texted him something before, and I should have also said check DM. Anyway, let's go to Shiro and see what they've posted on their X account. 59,000 followers on X. What do they got? Oh God, they posted a lot today. So they said Shiro is proud to announce his listing on On-Chain EU. That is On-Chain Labs. On-Chain Labs is actually going to come on my channel on Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk about daCat, talk about Shiro, and more. Buy Shiro directly with Google and Apple Pay, and many more. No wallet necessary. There's your buy link to kick off the mission. Meow Me. Shiro is offering a 10% bonus to purchase through On-Chain now. Details below. To earn the 10% bonus, you buy Shiro using On-Chain prior to August 11th, post on X tagging Shiro and On-Chain EU with hashtag Shiro On-Chain. You hold through August 18th. You DM Shiro on X purchase details, and the payouts will occur on August 20th. That is your buy link right there. This is freaking epic. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. Hundred got me rocking that Shiro drip custom Shiro streetwear. Might be something, and that does look pretty freaking cool. I do like that. I'm gonna give that a like. You have Jin saying only elite meme coin degens will survive Volt Enu's Electric Trail. Who dares to face the warriors of voltage of heroes wattage, a legendary Volt army, $3,500 in prizes if you can handle it. 4 weeks of Brutal Quest, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Quest Volt. Okay, hold on. Friday. Oh, that was today. I was actually on that space. 4 weeks of Brutal Quest. Your community thinks they're strong enough. prove it by joining our Telegram. I'm already in there. And then they have the Web3 builders, Web3 / place. Buy Shiro instantly with Apple Pay, Google Pay. No more steps or exchange transfers. Just open your wallet, accept Apple Pay or Google Pay, and in seconds, you've got your Shiro. No delays, no hassle, just fast, simple crypto the Shiro way. Save this video, share it, join the cutest revolution of Web3. And I'm not going to lie, you could do the same thing with daCat. Link down below to buy your daCat in any of those ways. Just click buy daCat, and you'll be able to with your Google Pay, Apple Pay, MoonPay, credit card, PayPal, Cash App, etc., Venmo. Parties where the heat is, and that's where Shiro and daCat are. Let's take a look at daCat, see what they're up to. A little bit of all you got will never bring you down. You're the best around. daCat is down 3.8%. That is not a good day for daCat. There is 6,600 in volume, but they're down to a $2.1 million market cap. They are still the number 9 meme coin for Cat meme coins on Ethereum. So I do like that. But unfortunately, yeah, they they're down, almost 4% on the day. And it's great if you want to stack. But daCat is going to have take a look at it here. Give me one sec. Like I said, you can do the same thing with Shiro as you can with daCat. Link down below for that. I do. Oh God, bless. Double bless me. I do believe I can justify a $10 million market cap, and before the end of the blow-off top bull market, and by that time, I feel that, or I know that there's a bunch of other people that are going to ape in and buy daCat at that market cap. I just have to deliver. Speaking of delivering, I was on a DMC space this morning, aka Delorean, and was talking all about why I am bullish on Delorean. And they post, congrats to our ecosystem partners, Sui Network and Miston Labs, on this historic deal with Mill City Ventures. It's always great to hear Aman Abio speak and inspire the community. Listen to S.A. McIntosh from Mill City 3 on why Sui made a lot of sense, and it is a great reminder why Delorean Labs is building on the Sui network. Institutions look for stability and growth, opportunities in emerging sectors. It's still early days, and Sui checks both of those boxes. Delorean and other major global IPs looking to build on-chain also look for both those qualities, as well as fast, scalable infrastructure that is designed for mass adoption. Tech is great, but community is everything. Tokenization of companies, ecosystems, we believe, is the way of the future, allowing companies and brands to interact and reward their communities like never before. Aside from building protocols that are designed to disrupt a major sector like automotive, Delorean, being a cultural, globally recognized brand, has the ability to onboard the next wave of users into Web3 and, more importantly, into the Sui ecosystem. Part of our post-launch strategy will be releasing new products and merchandise online and inside major retailers that will lead to awareness, revenues, high on-chain activity. Delorean will also be appearing in new major media and entertainment opportunities that we are excited to announce very soon. Welcome to the Builders Chain. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future. SpongeBob reference. Check out the space from earlier below that I was on, and I got to able to talk for a little bit. I would really like to work with them on get them in a VeVe comic. I don't know if they're going to be okay with that. Give me 1 second here. Little bit of home, gonna leave you now. So let's go over Delorean here real quick, and let's see where they're at today. We're down about 2.69% on the day to 0032. So they haven't had a great day. They're actually down to 0031-ish at some point. Still $8.5 million in volume, just under a $10 million market cap. I really, really do like this. And there's going to be more major listings. All of the people that wanted to sell have probably sold. I've never sold. I think that at some point, a lot of people that have their tokens or want to buy or don't even know they want to buy their tokens will want to buy their tokens because of the fact that they're a nostalgic brand, they're disruptive, they're innovative. And I think that in the future, that's what hedgies and that's what ETFs are going to want. They're going to want nostalgic brands, and they're going to want that safety. It's a lot easier of a sell to sell your people on a nostalgic brand than it is the pixelated picture of an animal. It's just the way it is. Okay, where was I? That was Delorean. We did daCat, right? Yeah, we did daCat. We did Shiro. Let's do some Definity. And Definity, I don't think had a good day. Let's check it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Also, okay, what the fuck? Sorry, there's this one fucking person that keeps wanting to buy. Let's go over ladies first. Swapped. Very good. I have told y'all before that I will always. There's been a fight going on down here. People want to take us on. People want to take ladies under a $20,000 market cap, and I keep saying no. No, we're going to keep that $20,000 market cap. You will never see this under a $20,000 market cap for more than a few hours. Maybe if I'm sleeping, it does that because this is one of my babies. I will continue to fight to have it over that. I could buy the entire supply 20 times over. The sellers, you can sell. I mean, I don't think anyone has 50% of the supply, but you can sell $10,000. I don't care. I'll bring it back up to $20,000 market cap. This is not going to be one of those things where you can outsell me because there's not that many. Because there's just not that much to sell. There's right now, for some reason, it says a $19,000 market cap. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to buy a little bit more of ladies on Solana. We're going to go swap again. We're going to go swap a little bit more. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man. So big and so strong. Come a little bit closer. I'm all alone and the night is so long. Okay, there we go. Now we're at $22,000 market cap. You will not be able to outsell me on that. Again, I could buy that entire market cap 20 times over. That is going to be one of my new babies. It is a very easy. I don't want to say riskless because again, I could die and that whole thing could go kaput. This is something that is for charity. This is something that I will continue to support because I want to buy my seat on the board. I want to go over and okay, let me talk to 1 second here. Let me go to the Telegram group for ladies. And let me type in meow 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 and tell the CEO, be like, hey, you got time to talk this week? Because I have a bunch of ideas for that. Not only is their comic going great, but I have like 11% of the supply now. And I have no problem getting up to 20. I have no problem getting up to however much I need to. That is, nobody's even talking about it. There's not even haters like there are on VeVe or daCat. Anyway, just posting about that. We did Shiro, we did daCat, we did DMC. All right, yeah, Definity. Let's take a look at where Definity is going today. Because I think they had a little bit of volume as well. They're down 8.5% to 2.9 cents. They're at a $4.4 million market cap. This is stupid. I'm going to get more. That is ridiculous. I know exactly what they're making. I know exactly. Like I have a bunch of the token. Definity is my biggest bag, but people are. People are stupid. It's like people that are selling Definity right now are like people. Give me 1 sec. Let me buy another $100-something. People that are selling Definity right now are people that hold guns like this. They're like, why are you holding like a gun like that? Because, well, I look cool when I shoot, bro. Well, you look fucking retarded when you miss. People that are selling Definity right now are fucking retarded because you're fucking missing. You don't shoot like that. Shoot like that. So anyway, I shouldn't call them that because they might not know what they're making. I know what they're making because I own part of the freaking company. There's a scene in the show Billions. Give me 1 second here. Where this one person, I forget their name, they call themselves they, them, because that's how they identify, so I'll respect that. And they say, you know what really offends me is idiocy. And people selling Definity down here, straight up idiocy. So I am buying a little more because 2.9 is way too freaking cheap for the. This is a 4. Give me 1 sec. Where's the Definity? This is, oh God, this is a $4.5 million market cap. And granted, me and my network already own like 8% of the supply. Who is this that just sold? The person that just sold. All right, they have no more Definity, so that's fine. But every now and then I see people that have like $20,000 worth and they sell like $1,000 worth. It's like, bro, what are you doing at these prices? That's insane. Especially when Manu just came on the podcast saying like, yeah, we're doing hundreds of thousands a month. We just launched this new company called Bloomsbury Money. We're going to double that as soon as that comes out. We'll be doing well over $1 million a month before the end of the year with a $4.5 million market cap. That is insane. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to swap some of that. A little bit more Definity. And I'm going to buy some more because that is retarded. And then you also have, I think it was yesterday, which by all means, we're going to go over this. Believes Crypto, more subscribers than me on YouTube, more followers than me over on X. Oh, me and my friend. This was 5 years ago. Good times, good times. He goes over and he, again, more followers than me on X, more subscribers than me on YouTube. And he had a thing yesterday where he's just like, okay, I see what we're doing. And I can't find it right now. I'm going to go to the Definity page. And I'll say, okay, here it is. Believes Crypto that now has Definity on his profile. Believes Crypto is now going over and he's promoting Definity because of how great they are. It's wild, huge. Anything under 3 cents is retardedly undervalued. Not financial advice. Okay, anyway, let's get to some of the comments here. VeVe Zombie says, yo, fellas, what up? Enable bot raid. Whatever y'all want to do, VeVe is back. Bill Gardner, I feel like, what's his name? Says, Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps. Tony's back. I feel like that Miss Cornelia Fudge from Harry Potter saying like, he's back. You know, talking about Voldemort. He who shall not be named. What's up, Bill Garner? What's going on? Millions of other cents going on. Oh wow, there's a lot of people here. Wes says VeVe and OMI will melt faces. I agree. Thank you for being a member. M'Baku. Forever. God, I love freaking M'Baku so much. Don't look at the market, Randy. Just damn proud Bill and I own 420. I know. I should get more. We'll get more at some point. We'll see. 420 time and wait. Agreed. Yeah, buddy, what's going on? Synthetic Alliance of Spider-Man today look like Spawn. So good. 420 holding proud. Zombies is like the new TV that says, hey, sexy lady. Ooh. All right. So speaking after Definity had a couple of those buys, couple of nice little buys over there. Let's take a look at. Okay, good. Ladies is now up 12% on the day, thanks to my buys. We did DMC, did Definity. Let's do some Devi. Let's take a look where the Devi's at. And then we'll get to OMI, and then we'll get to everything else. Devi is at 49 cents on the day. It's actually not that bad, all things considered, because everything is going down. Like down. The emo, like, I heard a knock up on my store the other day. Over 500,000 in volume for Devi, so it's actually not horrible. $43 million market cap. There's a scene in Live Free or Die Hard where somebody's like, I want to know what this person knows, and I want to know it now. And Justin Long says, he knew what I knew. His fuzzy little head would explode. If y'all knew what I knew, y'all would be stacking Devi as hard as I am. Because I am at 69,000 Devi right now. I'm coming nice down below the 69. I put like 45K into it. It's worth like 34K. So again, take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Because I've only lost money on the Devi and the OMI. I'm way up on Definity though. All three of those have the potential to do $100,000+. Zero risk. Yep. I have no. Let me give these people some hearts. And also let me give this person. Okay, there we go. So that's a Devi. I don't think there's been anything on the Telegram group recently that's been very noteworthy. I'll let you guys know if there is, though. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right, and now let's do some OMI. Let's see where we're at on the OMI front. And then we'll get into some more VeVe stuff. We'll go over the news. This is going to be like a 2.5-hour stream. Down about 1% on the day to 000181. This is very, 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 very. Yeah, this is a very small. $1.23 million mark in volume, and 27% of that, $333,000, is on DeepCoin. So there's less than $1 million in other volume, but Ascendex, 11%, 143 guys. There's like 700,000 in volume, like legit volume. This is very low. But that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, all right, 73%. I'm going to vote bullish, and I am being very bullish. And I'm going to say, OMI, how you feeling? OMI is my homie. I'm going to post that, give it some more positive stuff. HQ says hyper bullish on this one. I'm going to give you some hearts. The most underappreciated token this cycle. CJ508 says, unlike many projects that rely on hype, VeVe offers governed on-chain provenance through Immutable X, meaning every collectible is verifiably authentic, licensed, and traceable. That's real value, not speculation. Ice Pew says, 4 years later, and VeVe is still here, working with some of the most well-known companies in the world, Disney, Lamborghini, Marvel, to name a few, 1.5 million users and building all the time. It is the go-to place for licensed digital collectibles and the future. Gotta love that. I'm going to go to the CoinGecko, and I want to type in OMI, and then I'm going to vote for them over there as well with a 89% positive value over there. Get that bread. Let's see where some of the rest of their stuff is on. 32% Gate IO, and that's it. Outside of Ascendex, above the 10% range. Spider-Man was 536, Spider-Man 2099. We're in ghost accounts. Holy crap. So 25% were in ghost accounts. VeVe Fox has updated her spreadsheet. 1536 remain at that time. Dude, we got to talk to VeVe Fox soon because they are getting that bread. We got Space Penguin giving me those hearts. Space Penguin is so freaking awesome. I love that. I love that person. I love those people. Still early, not for long. Who is this? I'm just going to say meow because I don't know who they are, but they follow me, so that's fine. Let's take a look at some of the stuff we have here. So let's go back in the common, which I think is $13. It is actually $12.90. That's not the lowest, but it's still pretty low. $225 for the secret rare, and then that special edition common is $11.99. Not bad, kids. Not bad. We're gonna go for Todd Batman, which I think is around $400 ish. It actually, yeah, it's $400. It went down a lot. Then it goes to $445. I really want to get one. I have a sub 100 of it already. Probably fine. I don't really need to go over that. Partner Stack Joe, I think it went down to 1,300. Let's see what it is right now. $13.99, so 1,400. Then it goes to 15, then 1,750, then 18. But they are both by this guy named Banana Coin. The number 13.99 and the 1,500 are by Banana Coin. We went over the Todd. Let's see. A lot of people are really not talking about the comics here. So let's do X Factor number 6, which is the first appearance of Apocalypse. $14 for the rare, 15 for the uncommon, 15 for the rare, 125 for the ultra rare. There is no secret rare that is for X Factor for that one. We don't know how many of the secret rare were punished. But let's do Avengers 55. Avengers 55 is the first appearance of Ultron, and you have a couple of these comics for like $6. Motherfucker. I already got more. I don't want to do it. I'm going to purchase some more gems because I'm stupid. I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. But Avengers number. I'm sorry. Avengers number 55, first appearance of Ultron. I'm going to buy for $6. And then I'm going to buy for $7. Because that's too low for this. There's so many other comics, and this is a big one that are just going for like $20, and this one just hasn't bumped up yet. So I'm gonna try Century number 1, and be advised that for Century number 1 for the commons, there's at $4. I was stacking at $2 and $3. I own 13 of them. I'm good for now. I do like Silver Surfer number 3 because that's one of the ones that I have a decent amount of. And it's $3.90. But again, I got them for $2 and $3. And I also have 37 of those, so I definitely don't need those. But what I will say is for number 6, Avengers number 55, I own 2 of the secret rare, and now the secret rare is up to 60. I think I have the whole set for Avengers. No reply, no reply, no reply. All right, anyway, let's go here. 5630, gotcha. Sketch Lab says, alligators for the old school. Yeah, let's go, Sketch Lab. Alligator Loki. What are those going for? I feel like these are like $100. All right, we're going to go for the collectibles. And we're going to go, yeah, there's 30. All right, there's $1.59 for the common. The lowest edition, it's number 207. The ultra rare is probably, it's pretty similar, $15. Not really anything good for that ultra rare. But I'm going to go to the secret rare alligator Lokis, and they are $350. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. But good for them. I have quite a few of those. I have a good amount of those. Good for them. Good for them. Let's take a look at the VeVe Gold logo. There are 14 in the store. I think it's $5,400 for the number one. And that's the other thing that we have to go over. We have Hyde, the limited edition poster. Obviously, that's Johnny Depp as Hyde, or Jekyll, whatever you call it. And there's 550 editions. Is this the thing that we were going to get for the new accounts. Because if you had and in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to call VeVe Fam Bam, and we're going to see if she's going to answer, because we need to hear once and for all what's going to happen. He goes, "Hey fam, hi, it's Randy. You're on live. How you doing?" So, yeah. Well, so first off, why haven't you called me? I feel like I'm always the one to call you. You never call me. I'm feeling a little bit salty about that. You what?
Conversation.
Have we?
Yes, because you're always streaming, you're always meeting, you're always doing stuff, and so I text you, and then you call me.
Okay, I guess that's fine. But
yeah, you said that last
time. I'm also half a bottle into some peanut butter whiskey, so you know. Oh my god! Oh yeah, that reminds me when we were our one of our first cons together in San Diego, 2022, and we were drinking some peanut butter whiskey, and then Rabbi comes in with his Marine friend that's on leave, and we oh girl, yeah, we anyway. Yeah, same. I have so much to tell you. We have all right. Anyway, before we get to that, or I'll call you this weekend because we have lots to go over. Have you taken a look at the VeVe app today?
Yes, I got me a better hand this morning.
Oh, very nice. What did you get? Same. Same.
88 or something.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with these people that they get the mint $20.99? They pay $40. Amazon Crypto has the bounty of $2,000, and he keeps it, and he doesn't claim the bounty. Yeah, is it gay? Yeah, like what the fudge? Well, and anyway, he's like, oh, same. I would have traded him in a second. Anyway. So one of the other things that was on the VeVe app is the Hyde limited edition poster. Now, is that the same thing that was handed out at San Diego Comic-Con? Like, I know there was a book that was handed out, or there was some redemption code. What was that redemption code supposed to redeem?
There was a book, and on the back of the book is a redemption code, and that redeems, I believe, the poster.
Okay.
The thing is, it's new users only.
Okay, so it is the poster, so that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So, we tried.
Damn. Okay, so there was 550 editions. I thought it was supposed to be like a gold logo thing, but it's not. Apparently, that's supposed to be for the new users.
Yeah.
Wait. Don't you have to know somebody that is able to bring in a new account, right?
Or they could just have done it, like if they could have purchased the book at the booth, and they all have that redemption code on the back.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, you know probably several people that don't have VeVe accounts that can make one and then redeem that code, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if, like, I think it's only one code per book.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. It's like, okay, so have you tried that yet?
No, not yet.
Can we try it?
Sure. New user.
I'll pick someone. I'll
I mean, I could do that. I just like at home, you know, my busy.
I don't. Okay, well, I'm gonna reject that you're too busy to find one person that doesn't have a VeVe account, because I know that you know multiple. Don't you know somebody else that you have hung out with over the past couple of weeks that doesn't have a VeVe account yet?
Sure, but I want to be more picky about who will redeem that code. I don't want to give it to anybody.
Well, you're not giving it to them. You're telling them to do it, and then you're buying it off of them.
How much are they going for?
Well, none have been added to the account yet. Like, there's been no sales. There's been no listings. So you could do it. You could buy it for like probably $50 and then sell it for like 600. So
Well, if I get my $10,
bro, I love you so much. God, I cannot express to you how. Again, I'm half a bottle into some peanut butter whiskey. I cannot express to you how much I fucking love you and how much I want to fucking squeeze you. I have people to introduce you to. I have just when we go to New York, can you like take Saturday and Sunday off?
well, that's what we would be. We would be there on Saturday and Sunday. Of course, I would take it off.
Well, I mean, like we would be there. Well, we would get there on Thursday. Well, we'd probably get there on Wednesday, and then we would, do the Thursday, Friday, the parties. So apparently, I heard, and I probably shouldn't even say this, but apparently, Vegas is supposed to be the big because that's the 5-year anniversary. So I don't know if they're going to have a VeVe party in New York Comic Con.
I don't know either. I do think Vegas is going to be lit.
Vegas is going to be like, I'm gonna like Bam Bam. Am I Alan in the first what's that called Hangover movie? Because I don't care if we kill someone. There's good. I can't wait to introduce you to so many people. We have to okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna party on Thursday and Friday. We're gonna get there on Wednesday, maybe a little party on Wednesday. And then Saturday, I have a bunch of people to introduce you to. I told this girl that I'm introducing her to my kittens because you ever you ever like see the videos of these people like feeding the stray cat and then the cat eventually brings you like their kittens? So I'm showing this girl my kittens, and because they're my friends, and they like nobody sees my friends, they're seeing my kid. Anyway, Synthetic Alliance is Randy in love. We will talk Synthetic Alliance. Anyway, okay, so this is not a gold logo thing. All right, so tell your person to do the thing, and then we're gonna get that bread. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll get the fucking daughter to do it. But as soon as I got back from San Diego, she's on her.
Well, to get her on the phone, get her on the horn, and then we'll get this done tonight.
She's in Texas.
So no, have to do that. Like you have to exert your mom card, and you have to be like, hey, you need to fucking do this now, or you're gonna spank her. Okay? Yes. This is not for you, fam. This is for me. Okay, we're gonna do this before the end of the weekend. Okay, I'm gonna call you. I don't care. I'm still gonna call you. Okay, I love you. Okay, bye. All right, bye. 194. 194. See, if you were a good friend, you would know because you'd be listening on X. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, I am more important than Candy Crush. Okay, I love you. You're what debating? Okay, the joke went over your head. Okay, I love you. Okay, bye. Okay, man. Now. Okay. All right. So everyone, we're going to go over. That was VeVe Fam Bam. She is my bae. I love her more than any other friend has loved any other friend. Anyway, if y'all can smash that like button, that is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. Smash that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. And you could do it for me. You could do it for Dashi. You could do it for whoever you want. Oh, Comey, thank you for liking my status, you little duck you. All right, Bill Gardner says, bro, David, you follow me as one thing, but now I just got followed by Johnny Lawrence. Now I'm officially Cobra Kai. Oh, God, there's way too many people here. All right, we gotta get some of these. Bill Gardner, give me those dabs. Drop configuration, perfected. Absolutely perfected. A little more whiskey. I take my whiskey. My bro's fucking famous. I know, right? We love him. Sweets are too good. So good. Ooh, ooh, so good. Ooh, ooh, I got a you. Earth2 gang. Earth2 gang, Earth2 gang, Earth2 gang, Earth2 gang. Hello, Joe says you don't know Johnny Lawrence is, but are ballsy with Gilmore. Bro, I guarantee you, I knew Johnny Lawrence before you did. Unless you're like 40 years old, I knew Johnny Lawrence before you did. What about like I don't know where you got that information from. I'm a Johnny Lawrence OG. Earth2 is huge. Yeah, we'll go over some essence right now. I'm gonna go over some essence right now. I'll take my whiskey neat. All right, we're gonna do some essence. Oh God, D. Okay, no, it's ESS. Echo. Sierra. It is 3.2 cents. It is down 6.5% today. $11.6 million market cap. All right, let's take a look at a couple of things. Okay, shaving cream. It makes you nice and clean. $154,000 in liquidity, but 112 of that is only $41,000 is in Ethereum. Not a great thing. Not a great anyway. License. On my way to fill you guys. Hey Randy, have a great weekend, bro. You too, brother. Hulk Hogan, brother. What quarter will only go parabolic? Yeah, it's hard to say. We're already a third of the way into Q3. Have at least another month, of sideways trading, if not, maybe a little bit up. Maybe by September we get a little bit of all-time highs for Ethereum, at like 5K. Q4 is probably when we're going to see OMI go hard. I would say Q4. I would say within the next 6 months, but it might not happen. There's a lot of Bitcoin people going into Bitcoin. There's a lot of people going into, excuse me, a lot of people going into Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, etc. We might not see a new all-time high for OMI until next year. Really depends. Ben in Korea, thanks for being a member. Said yo. Thank you, Wes, for being a member. Thumbs up for Randy. Greetings, humans. VeVe, daCat. Any other communities here tonight? Obviously, there's ladies on Solana. There's daCat, Shiro, DMC, Definity. There's a whole bunch of people going on. Cool. Want a sick deal? Yeah. VeVe Fam says things might be working out for me. I get that contract renegotiation back pay on the 28th. Prices will be down here. I hope so for you. I hope so. Hope so, brother. I hope so. I hope I can get you in a couple of things. Do you Gringo Dingo and Earth2 community? Sorry, I missed you. Meow. Turtle says, what's the plan for you to partner with Mr. Beast and Team Water? So you tagged me in that before. Let's take a look. We can work it out. We can work. Oh, thank you for retweeting the space. And I mean, oh, you're in a reply. Real Random Challenge VeVe official. Sounds like a challenge that your combined forces alongside VeVe need to accept. Mr. B says, attention streamers, if you go live in the month of August and help raise money for the Team Water, I will love you forever. Common Voice, a serious question. How much can a small stream actually raise? I'd love to help if it really moves the needle. I know I got stats. Mr. B says, it adds up. Every dollar is a year of clean water for someone in need. I said, come on the stream and I'll do it. I would love to. I just now this isn't just anyone asking for a handout. This isn't just anyone asking for 15, 20. Like there was someone that came to the house the other day saying like, hey, and she was this is going to go to such a weird place. There was this chick yesterday knocks on my door and she's like, hey boss, how's it going? How you doing? And I was like, hey, is this about the roof? Because I get everyone knocking on my door asking about the roof. Like every time it storms, like, hey, can we do, whatever, we'll give you solar panels. And I was just like, listen, I'm not, and she's like, no, not about the roof. Talking about bugs. Do you have bugs? I was like, yeah, we've had bugs before. He's like, here's this. And she hands me a laminated thing. It's like, which one of these bugs have been in your property? I was like, well, none of these, but I've had like flies, I've had ants, I've had to go Thanos on these bitches. And this is what I love about people. This is one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. And she's in a sales job. She's trying her best to get these sales numbers, to prove to herself that she's not just a pretty face. She doesn't need to strip. She doesn't need to go work at Tilt-A-Kill. She doesn't need, she's trying to do her best at what she thinks she can do. And even if it's wrong, she's at least trying. There's this boxing coach I used to know named Mike Diaz. He didn't care if his people lost. He cared if they didn't try. And this girl was trying. And I was like, listen, we're not doing any of that here. I helped take care of this place. Like, this is fine. And she kept pushing and she kept trying. And I was like, I freaking love this girl. I was like, listen, let me give you like $50. Like, what's your Venmo? What's your cash? I was like, no, don't want that. And she wanted to raise money through this. She wanted to raise money through her work, through what she was trying to do. And I was like, and unfortunately, she was a little too stubborn. And I know a couple girls like that is like, no, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way, my way. A little pig-headed, but fuck, man, that made me like her more. And in that same breath, I'll say that Mr. Beast is one of the most positive forces in the universe that you could see. Helps the blind, helps with surgeries, helps with all this. But I just, there's people asking me for money all the time. There's people asking me to donate my time, my resources, my skills all the time. And I just can't do it. I would love to do it for Mr. Beast, but he didn't tag. I don't know who Team Water is. He didn't tag him. He just, I love you forever. What is Team Water? I don't know. Like, based on his posts, I'm not able to see. So, if he reaches out or if he, puts something else, we'll see. I'll do it. Michael Rose says, do you make anything of the fact that there are no VeVe drops listed after today? I did notice that, and not that I don't make anything of it. I just, there's got to be some type of announcement at some point. I don't know. Who knows where that is? Who knows what that is? We'll see. Also, do I have this? Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. 720 XL. That's over here. Okay. There's got to be something that tells me about that. I don't know what it is though, but no, yeah, you're correct. There is no drops after today. Wes, thanks for being a member, says, will buy ladies crypto at a 10K market cap. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not going to get there, because every time it goes below 20K, I buy it I buy it up to a $20,000 market cap or more. So unfortunately, Wes, it's not going to get down there unless, let's say I go to bed at 3 a.m. tonight, right? And then let's say there's a bunch of sells between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. and then I wake up at like 9:30. That's the only time. The only time it could get to that low is if there's a lot of sells where I just don't, where I'm just not there, and that's the only time it would do that. Because by the time I wake up and I check it, I'll buy it back up to a 20K market cap. So unfortunately, if it gets to a $15,000 market cap or even $12,000 market cap while I'm asleep, you're not going to know, because if you have the alarm set for 10, it can get there if I go to sleep and a bunch of stuff happens while I'm asleep. But by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm checking, And if it's below 20K, I'm buying it up to 20K. So, do with that information what you will. Jafar says, howdy, hope you're doing well. Like Tommy Maguire in 2003, I'm trying to be better. Jim Tees has been a year and a half since I looked at VeVe stash. Wow, things like a major this thing's a major joke. Well, if you're just checking right now, yeah, sure, I could understand why you say that. If you checked 2 weeks ago, you'd probably say that even more. But a lot of stuff has pumped recently in the past couple of weeks. So I know, unfortunately, VeVe doesn't have those sales data. I do. I would say that in the last couple of weeks, a lot of stuff, blue chip stuff, has really gone up like 60, 80%. Some stuff is even double. So there's Helmut Poll coming along. Ben in Korea, what up? Omar saying, good evening, Space Penguin, give me those hearts. JKRB, give me those multicolored thumbs. How are you? And it was, yo, Bill, love hearing your cruise side quest. Yeah, I gotta love that jazz. Down in Busan for the week, bit of work and beach chilling, get that bread. 63%. I think David is following Bill by accident. That's awesome. Ha ha ha, I could say maniacal laugh. You want a maniacal laugh? Well, there's Mandark from Dexter's Labs. Says ah ha ha, ah ha ha, ah ha 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 ha. Like you could have like a Joker laugh. You could have a laugh that's a little more Andross from Star Fox 64. It's like, I've been waiting for you, Star Fox. You know that I control the galaxy. It's foolish to come against me. You'll die just like your father. So, I mean, there's a bunch of ways to do it. I don't know what would be the best maniacal laugh. It's not my. We'll see. We'll see if we can do it. That's good to hear, Ben in Korea. Space Penguin says cheers. Oh, it's cheers, mate. Meow. It's been a great day. Wait, she make the sale because she might have go back to stream. She did not make the sale. I had to stream. I had a bunch of stuff I had to do. I was interviewing Vicente, the Stack community manager, so I said I can't do anything. I probably should have done it. It would have been good for the house, but yeah, unfortunately, she missed the sale. Again, one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and I tried to be like, hey, listen, I liked your pitch. I liked what you did. Not my house, can't do it. I have to stream. I can't watch you. God forbid you're a thief and you steal. Like let me give you like $50 for your time. And she said no. I was like, listen, this is for your time. I feel like I took it up, and she said no. So like, okay, cool. The young girl find her way. Appreciate her. Yeah, dude. I wanted nothing more than to be like, dude, you are. And she was trying. She was like, she called me boss. Even though she knew my name, was like, hey, boss, listen, I'm willing to do this for you. I'm willing to do this for you. Hey, boss, I'm willing to cut my commission, do this for you. Like, I will not take any money on this. I'll do this for free just so I can get the sales points. And honestly, I should have done it. I will probably think about her for the rest of my life because she was such a good salesman. And it's like, I wish I had 10 of you. I wish I could just. So there's this. I have a friend of mine, and in 2 weeks you will probably see it. I have a friend of mine, been on the podcast, has a daughter that's been getting into YouTube videos. And one of her videos has more views than, well, not that I've ever had, more views than most of what I've ever had. And I was like, oh, she's got to do something with that. Like, this is something special. And in the next week, was today Friday? Next 9 days, I'm gonna be like, hey, you're on YouTube right now. You're doing well. You haven't touched Instagram Reels. You haven't touched TikTok. Let me give you $1,000 for 10% of your social media accounts. If you get partnered with any of these companies, I don't want this 10% of the small amount of shekels that you're going to get. Even people that reach out to you and want to give you, you know, a sponsored channel, like, I don't want any of that. I only want money with either I bring you someone that I know in, you know, get ready with me, do whatever, and I'll take 10% of that because I'm bringing that to you. Or if you ever raise money again, which blue sky valuation, like, it's possible that this account that I'm going to buy 10% of, well, I hope to buy 10% of, could very well be worth $100,000 in 5 years that I could get 10% at 1,000. So and again, crypto will far outperform that, but there's a bunch of people that I know that have these makeup accounts, that have these accounts like get ready with me, do whatever, that I can't do because no one's gonna care about that. I'm this, you know, 30-something-year-old man. They're gonna want someone young. They're gonna want a girl. They're gonna want people that like can go in and relate with the Gen Z and Gen Alpha. And if I have a piece of that, yeah, it'd be great. What the heck? Gonna click that joke. Thank you. I do my very best. Braithak saying Gen Con, any other DGens out here gaming. Dude, I love that stuff. I'm so happy. Dude, call me. I sent you a text not too long ago. You'll get back with me. We're gonna do stuff together. Okay? It says, happy Friday. Got the house clean, got a haircut, 30 minutes in the hot tub, medicinal ice bong hots for the weekend win. Let's go, Jason Pena 2000, my man. Ironman 616 for posting the stream. Raythak's getting that bread. All right, we're gonna. Oh, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Solo, okay, we got that. Coinbase, okay, we have a lot of stuff going on, and I have also. Oh, we have more people buying Definity. It's at 3 cents now. Okay, very good, very good. And I also have another person that I'm trying to get into the daCat universe here. We'll see how it goes. Let's go to my stuff from yesterday. London police had a drop. It looks pretty good. Microsoft becomes the second company in history to reach a $4 trillion market cap. You have President Trump saying Jerome Powell is too stupid and too political to be the Federal Reserve chairman. Agreed, sir. Randy skipped the drop, picked up 29.9, number 32 for $294. Judgment please, sub 50 addict. A great job. Let's see what it goes for. We have the common going for $16, but you took number 32 for $20.99. Let's go for the lowest edition, which I think is 51. Oh, we bet number 32 for $294. There's a number 44 for $99. There's a number 40. If you picked up number 32 for $294, there's a number 44 for $99. And he is from a person that is private. I'm going to say that's a bot. So we don't get that. 43 for 111. 47 for 110. Number 49 for 99. Number 54 for $88. That's from a guy named Johnny79. You say you're sub 50 addict. Number 68 for $68. Hiccups. Okay. I have to hiccup. Again, number 93 for 70. Number 87 for 87. Number 73 for $60. 68 for 60. Oh, 69 for 369. Okay. G5, 369. Suck to me one more time. 219. The secret rare, and the special edition is $1,290 for the special edition. Oh, it was a secret rare. All right. Wait, you got the secret rare for $294? Number 32. You have number 96 for $275. And that's an auction. It ends in 15 hours. Number 36 for 319. You got a good one, I think. I think you got a good one. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Let's go. Okay. You text me, Raytag. You text me. Metropolis 2, Metropolis anchors the grand opening of our new Amsterdam gallery in collaboration with Suye, marking a bold expansion of urban futurist vision for the first time ever, unveiling a dual release of 2-in-1 presentation, Genesis airdrop. Love that. Bitcoin's 1% market depth increased over the summer months. The Ether machine adds 15,000 Ethereum for $57 million, surpasses Ethereum Foundation holding. Then you have the U.S. Appeals Court overturns fraud conviction of former OpenSea product manager Nathaniel Chastain in what prosecutors called the first insider trading case involving digital assets. You have Mr. Squeeb saying one of the favorite NFT terms in terms of utility, Gold Silver Logo provides not only exclusive membership that has led to many wonderful friendships and experiences, but it's truly the gift, thank you MC1 and David Yu, that keeps on giving, generating other valuable NFTs simply for owning it. Look forward to continued building. And Donald Trump saying Canada has just announced that it will be backing the statehood of Palestine. That will make it very hard for us to make a trade or deal with them. Oh, Canada. Tariffs are making America great and rich again. They were successfully used against the USA for decades and coupled with really dumb, pathetic, and crooked politicians are having a devastating impact on the future and even the survival of our country. Now the tide has completely turned, and America has successfully countered its onslaught of tariffs used against it. 1 year ago, America was a dead country. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. Congratulations to all. What's more likely to happen, a 500 red Spidey floor or red Spidey crashes below 200? I said $500 red Spidey floor just because I sold it at 212. So it'll probably go to 500 and beyond, in my opinion. You have Tether reports a net profit of $4.9 billion in Q2 and becomes one of the largest holders of U.S. Treasuries with $127 billion in holding. You have a guy, named Udi Wertheimer saying, I read a sad story about a young family that saved almost 7 figures worth of Bitcoin over the years and lost it all to some phishing app. Their entire savings is lost. I don't know, man. It's really sad. I don't think we should be recommending self-custody for normal people's life saving. If you're American and can efficiently max out contributions of self-managed Roth 401 or Roth IRA and just stack Bitcoin ETF in a no-tax account, I think that's so much better than putting your life savings into a seed phrase. I'm a Bitcoin expert with over a decade of experience, and I'm scared shitless of self-custody. Sad stories like this one is why Devi Protect is needed right now. Link down below to the Devi exchange. Aave is designed for crypto native individuals, permissionless access, pooled liquidity from many users. This is not ideal for institutions who have strict AML requirements. Yield focused with wide token support, suited for connecting wallets, DAOs, and DeFi enthusiasts. Devise, on the other hand, is built more for institutional adoption, which in turn gives access to retail hedge funds, company treasuries, payment providers, banks, market makers, liquidity providers. Aave is using smart contracts. DEVVX is using CTS, which is contingent transaction sets. DEVVX is using a risk and fraud framework, which is patented, Devi protected. Aave has amazing UX, aka user experience, but it's a user beware sort of situation. Powerful tools, the user has little or no protection, and settlement on DEVVX is instant, but Aave depends on the protocol and could have higher fees, gas depending on chain. Aave also focuses on crypto native assets. I personally imagine a world where DEVX allows users to loan against tokenized RWAs or regulated securities like bots or carbon credits, which are currently trapped in legacy systems, free the liquidity. Yeah, Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev says tokenization is the foundation of new financial systems. Agreed, sir, agreed. I'm Klaus says, I'm sorry to be rude, but what other project that aims to give global access to DeFi and its benefits provides total protection of your assets? The answer you want is none, except Devi Exchange. So So if you want to make sure you get on the right train and don't miss this revolutionary opportunity, sign up now to the link down below. And whether you like it or not, people need the protection and guarantee offered by financial institutions. Devi Protect by Devi Exchange, decentralized finance but protected from theft, user errors, and hacks. This is called real decentralized finance. We got named Shah saying actively working on ways for base asset issuers to get more listings. Team for building on base. Other than getting listed, what else would you base builder want to see? I said that I think a leaderboard for tokens that have accomplished a lot. Currently, you have to dig to find info about tokens. But if you were to have a leaderboard that shows the accomplishments of, let's say, OMI, that recognize hundreds of brands that work with it, I think that would be pretty cool. The CEO of JP Morgan just said that the company will accommodate Bitcoin. DEVVX says most platforms have either been built for institutions or for individuals. DEVVX is designed for both. Institutions get compliance, custody, control, and performance they demand. Individuals get newfound self-custody with low fees and key protections, and we've built for everyone. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says he's a believer in stablecoins and blockchain. Love that, my friend. SEC launches Project Crypto, an initiative to modernize securities, rules, and shift markets on-chain, which is massive. And then the SEC Chair Paul Atkins says that most crypto assets are not securities. Gotta love that. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says his key priority is to establish clear regulatory framework for crypto. I had somebody shoot me a message, so I got to get over that right now. Okay, we're gonna go to Grumpy real quick. Grumpy x dot ETH. Now let's talk sick deal. I'm live now. Want to come on? And you'll see some sick stuff going on. All right, what do we got here? Same story. My uncle and aunt bought 2 Bitcoin, 10K each, stored it on a ledger. In January this year, they realized it was 200K. They forgot that. No! Oh, no! They didn't write it down anywhere. It's someone's birthday. It's someone's elements of the periodic table. It's Bible verses. I could help them try, but fuck. Also, I am a lot more drunk than I thought. They're holding onto Ledger, hoping someone might eventually hack the pin or find a way to recover it. They've got to know something. It's got to be elements of the periodic table. It's yo, Grumpy, my man. I just shot you a text. Because I love you. Okay, I hear it. Okay. Grumpy. So this one person named grumpyx.eth is like one of the largest wallets in daCat and also one of the largest wallets in Shiro. Mostly only goes for memes. Mostly only goes for memes on ETH, because I told Grumpy about ladies on Solana, and he had told me that, like, hey, listen, we don't have a, I only do meme coins on ETH. Okay, cool. I have one of the greatest things available for you. It's to invest in my channel, but you get a bunch of bonuses with it. And I'll talk to you about it if I want you to come on. But I've talked to you before about things where you say you only really want to get tokens or something in investment if it's a 1 to 2, where for every $1 you spend, you get $2 of something else. And I'm prepared to do that for you right now, because I've had a lot of daddy sodas, I've had a lot of daddy whiskey, and I'm prepared to do that for you right now. It's only going to last for the next half hour. And we could do it on live, we could do it in private, you just let me know. It says on a Ledger device, you get 3 attempts to enter the correct. Oh no, you only get 3 attempts. Oh no, that's why I will never use Ledger. Good morning, Ace Rig Move. Where are you coming at from in the world? We gotta love you. All right, let's go over here. Paul Atkins says his key priority is to establish clear regulatory framework for crypto. You have Crappy Bird CTO saying, a pleasure to conduct into the crap of fame another two scammers, VICFVV and LANDONDYOR, could not support the pressure and deleted the account. Here's all you need to know to embrace some crappy subs. Basically, long story short, don't follow set calls, don't follow Dorian 100X, and don't follow WYLOWYA and set calls dropping into the mix like speakers to give more credibility to the entire shit show. Paul Atkins says, Wall Street and Silicon Valley companies are lined up at our doors with requests to tokenize. B. Piscotic Venom says, Randy, I always appreciate your insights and positive attitude. Keeps me bullish and motivated. Why, thank you for being here. We love it that you're here. Come get this bread. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. Sorry, girl, but you missed out. It's mine now. We are friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you could. Man, that boy could be. There is more than meets the eye. I see the soul that is inside. Well, I don't have the numbers for the 31st. Amazing. President Trump, hot dog. Billie Eilish has been accused. Like, it's really cool to come out as President Trump supports banning Congress from trading stocks and banning members of Nancy Pelosi. She makes $174,000 a year. Said if you're not cheating or losing that bread. Oh, listen. I've been in talks with Volt Inu for quite a while about trying to on VeVe, sponsor the channel. I think I'm pretty close, and I think a deal will be struck within the next week. And I can't wait to. I won't say who it is to protect their. Oh my God, I can't. Hi there, Hayes. If you could reset, that's hard. Because the 600K that I had is not as much that I have currently with everything. So if I was a new person, never invested, I would split it a third. You know, well, let's say 30%. Devi, Definity, OMI, and then 10%, you know, just have on the sidelines for, you know, whatever goes down more. Because, you know, you probably have a couple months before things start running. You know, we'll see. So that's what I'd probably do. I'd have the other 10% left just for whatever went down the most, and then, you know, see what happens. Foster Hill says, why use Stacker World to buy VeVe official premium digital collectibles? But to buy the item you love regardless, why not save money doing it while burning OMI directly from the circulating supply? SEC chair just said most crypto assets are not securities. This is a massive win for 4 years long Gary Gensler after going after every crypto company. It is hella bullish news. Agreed. I love you guys. Listen, I know a lot of people here. The 250 people that are here are listening because, for various reasons, Definity, the Definity team is crushing it. The Definity team currently is doing better than any other token that I've invested in. Not because of the gains. Their gains have been pretty flat. daCat has had more gains than anything else the past 4 months. But Definity is doing hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. They will be doing more than $1 million per month by the end of the year, and they're under a $5 million market cap. I likely have a big payday coming to me in November. 6 figures. And I already own, like, Definity is always my biggest bag by a long shot because of the fact that I own part of the company. And when they're talking about Bloomsbury money, I own compared to what it's worth, I own a small amount of Bloomsbury money, but it's worth quite a lot. And that's going to help Definity raise a bunch of their revenues. going to help Definity get a little bit of more, what's that called? Not clarity. There's going to a little bit of more clout, and people are just not going to recognize what it's been doing. It is doing very, very well. They're doing very, very well. Anyway, let's continue on. Viral says we have the green light, David U. Time for Coinbase, Robinhood, Binance, buybacks, VeVe land sales, Sydney Sweeney commercials, transfers, DocuSign, Pokemon. OMI will flip Bitcoin. Everyone, it's time to buy and retire our bloodline. You have NathanHead.Solana saying other side, other deed, number 67,722, just sold for 20 ETH or $750,000. And you have land in the metaverse selling for $750,000. And it's not VeVe yet, but I think it will at some point. Bloomsbury is early enough for this bull run. Yes, 100%. I know because I own part of the company. Yes, 100%. The entire ecosystem that has been built for Definity, the DEFX token, Bloomsbury money, me, of what I own in it is incredible. Here about yes, I did go over that. We said, what do you think about Volt Inu? I've been trying for months to do some type of collaboration with them, whether it's sponsoring the channel, whether it's being part of the daCat universe, writing a comic for them. I've been so hard at work doing what I can do to strike a deal. I don't work for free, but you can be damn sure that I will offer discount. I already have. Now, granted, the person that had told this to me, that had said, like, okay, like, I won't read what I said, but they're going to get a lot. If Volt partners with me, they're going to get a very, very large amount of attention from me, money from the high net worth individuals that I work with, money from the institutions that I work with. Like, God, I know this guy. It's packed for the next few days, preparing for new events for Volt. Could we keep it in chat? I want to be able to talk to him and be like, hey, this is what I can do for you. And I want to be able to work something out with him. And I think it's possible. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is all right. All right, hold on. We got to make sure ladies on Solana is all right. It's up a little bit more on today. Let me give me 1 second for Phantom. Unlock Phantom. I have multiple things on Phantom. And you have $17 in Solana. I can't use that. You have $5 in Solana. Definitely can't use that. And you have 33. Okay, I can use a little bit of that. All right, anyway. Echo says meow, 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 meow. Grumpy says meow. Grumpy, did you hear what I'm talking about? Echo says meow. All right, Grumpy, I'm going to end this soon so I can just talk to you in general. I don't think people understand the wave of insanity that's going to hit NFTs this cycle. We've barely even begun what will be an explosion like we've never seen. Oh, who just? Bro, can you make me out? Okay, sorry. Let's move on. T-Ball, can you just educate with one question? Are we still early to Bitcoin? And I think we are. There's a very small window to buy digital art from established and newly established respected artists at reasonable prices. It's a very small window. Consider this a warning. That was Raoul Paul yesterday and 24 hours ago. Ma ha 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 ha. Oh, thank you. I love you so. Thank you for your time again, Randy. Unfortunately, time is not something I have a lot of these days. Thank you for watching. Thank you for. There's so much stuff to go over. In my free time, I like to go on archives.gov and just look at the new stuff that people have posted. One of the things was about the Theta program, and it was about taking what we know about the universe and what we know about math and saying, are prime numbers really prime numbers? Or are they things that echo what's really going on? And it's like, well, what is really going on? And there's a lot of things that I've read recently from that archives.org that's like that make me question quantum and theoretical physics. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Cubic on BNB NDQ is ready, bro. Maybe. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's a lot of stuff that will never see the light of day, and there's a lot of stuff that'll gain a lot of traction. Super Cycles case only to 10 cents, $70 to $100, Definity $10. Start with OMI. I think 2 to 4 cents is fine. It's 100, 200x. But if they can get Pokemon, if they can get Nintendo, they can get some of these people that are okay with giving away some of their. It's very possible that you get to 5 to 8 to 10 cents. Devi, dude, $100 so much. Dude, 100x from here is $50. I'd have $3.5 million worth. If it got to, dude, if it got to 200x from here, it's $100. And I'd have $6-point-something million. There's a quote in the Bible where it's David and Goliath. You have this huge Goliath. It's like 8 feet tall. Likely has acromegalia. And then you have David. And the people on David's side say, okay, take this spear, take this armor, take this helmet. And David said, I cannot take it. For I have not earned it. I'm not a soldier. I'm a mere shepherd that protects my flock from wolves. And he has a slingshot. Not a slingshot that you go like this with, but a sling that you go like this with, and it is a devastating weapon that can throw 130, 150 miles an hour. Even that just dwarfs the miles per hour of even the finest baseball pitchers. Is in there. He takes Goliath and he hits it like so. Goliath goes in and he says like, "Come to me, so I may feed your flesh to the wolves and your, whatever." It's likely that Goliath has acromegalia. His eyes are gone. He's super tall. And David says that, I cannot take this armor, for I have not earned it. Devi currently has not earned that $100 valuation. Currently, it hasn't even earned a $3 valuation. But yeah, it'll 10x. It'll go to $5. And it'll 10x from there, go to $100. We'll do another 2x from that to go to 100. I don't know. Definity 10x or $10. Listen, at 100x, it's at $3. And it's at a $400 million market. Yeah, it could 100% do a 200x, 300x gets a 1.2 billion, and a blow off top that might make it to the top 150. But the amount of money that it's making is going to go hard. Thanks for sharing, Chad. No problem. I'm going to continue to do some of the news here. Let's see what we got. MicroStrategy files for a $4.2 billion strategic offering, plans to acquire Bitcoin with proceeds filing. Mr. MC1 says gold and silver VeVe logo, fascinating, $5,400 floor, no undercut, less than 7 left to be given by David. What happens now? Comey says migrate OMI from your VeVe wallet to Immutable X to your Stacker World wallet on base by today to maintain eligibility for daily or seasonal rewards. Coinbase introduced tokenized stocks and prediction markets for US users. Strategy files $4.2 billion offering to buy more Bitcoin. Good for them. Coinbase launched tokenized stocks and prediction markets for US users. Love ladies. Coinbase buys $222 million worth of Bitcoin in Q2 of 2025. VeVe Meister says, makes me think they give users ample time and plenty of reminders to move their OMI. Could there be more to it than daily rewards and seasonal rewards? Foster Hill says, interesting. It's almost like there could eventually be other reasons for users to want to hold their tokens and participate in the ecosystem via Stacker. Checks number 38 just sold for worth $88,000. That's insane. Vidends are almost $250,000. Golden CO is set to auction Amazing Fantasy number 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man. Only 4 copies exist of this grade on the CGC census. No 9.8s. Last 9.6 in 2021 sold for a staggering $3.6 million, and we haven't seen a public sale since. Could this be the first $4 million Spider-Man comic ever sold? We'll be watching. Penguin says, what makes OMI a utility token? Just Stacker? Penguin to buy entities. Well, yes, that in general makes it. But they also have the VeVeverse, where you're able to buy stuff from the VeVeverse or on the VeVeverse with the token. Does Stacker have something to do with it? Probably, because a lot of people have Stacker for that. They sell their collectibles for OMI, and that's how you're able to go in and have stuff in the VeVeverse. They should come up with way more utility. Got any ideas? I have a bunch of ideas. One of the ideas is telling VeVe, saying, hey, I know the guy that made the commercial for Doritos in 2025. If you add him, you'll add a ton of top quality work. And if you go and do that, that top quality work will rise to the top. And yeah, the utility for that is self-explanatory, in my opinion. Let's go on. Stored copy, verifier 8. Oh my God. They found radioactive wasps, which is insane. President Trump raises tariffs on Canada to 35% from 25%, which is insane. You have Sashlin Ronald says, for real though, more NFT news from here than anywhere else. Thank you. Thank you, Sasha. We love you. There's that. Contact us as soon as possible. Dr. Stuff says, I think people need to watch my whole talk on this. This is just a clip and doesn't show everything I said. My biggest things that our channel doesn't seem to get is that the same love from VeVe team as it did when Ben Rose was co-CEO. Seems like things are trending towards more of a focus towards OMI. And the other thing I brought up is that I'm not seeing a big push to talk about the token publicly from David that I see from other large projects. For example, there's an excellent panel on the future of digital collecting, and David did an awesome job speaking on VeVe, but didn't talk about OMI at all. On the flip side, Pudgy Penguins was there and talked about their NFTs, and then made a big point to talk about Pengu. These are massive opportunities that I hope David and the team start taking advantage of. Just come up with more utility. Got any ideas? I think I went over that. Think Trump's going to send nukes on Russia? Nah, no way. Strategy board directors decoded the window closed for courtside tickets. If you want to buy anywhere near these prices, you'll have to find someone who wants to take profits. As long as you're now making markets on the offer as a company has ceased opportunistic issuance. As the order book becomes offered thin, short interest will grow and fall will begin to persist longer. Better find a ticket scalper because the box office printer is turned off. I'm looking for 2 center ice against the glass. Okay, that's great. 200 million, very good. Very good. Pull the date. Common Crypto made a poll a while ago saying if you could own the Amazing Fantasy 15 Common, VeVe Official, or an Amazing Fantasy 15 CGC choose, pretty split down the middle, but 51% that 0.5 grade, 49% to 1962. A wild time. You make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Tell the creators this. Oh my God. Can't go over that. There's Believes. What I'm going to do is go to X, and we're going to talk about this until it's time to go. 3 out of 5 winners in the building for Gary Vaynerchuk and VeVe Friends. VeVe Fam says the buys when EQL official notifications come through with the TCG tourney. You get a Sapphire box, and you get a Sapphire box, and you get a Sapphire box. US and China about to strike a deal. Scott Percent says the Stockholm trade talks advance, and now we have the makings of a deal. Translation, we might finally stop throwing tariffs at each other like dodgeballs. He's optimistic, but admits it's not 100% done, so don't pop the champagne yet. China has until August 12th to seal a deal with Trump's team or face a tariff apocalypse. Cool. Fed shakeup, Biden nominee resigns, Trump to tip the balance. Okay, nice. Double nice. Come kick it. What not? Banker, Polymarket. Aw, friends. Nature is metal. There's less than 100 copies, less of Mechanical Cake. Rivley Scott. Vaudeville #1 on VeVe. Be quick and get your copy before they sell out. Johnny Dunn says Wild Super 9.8 was in the woods. That's amazing. Great to finally meet you and more of the VeVe fam, says Joe B, aka Gary V, up in there. All right, what we got here? Clever Jerk, I love you. Should get Dr. Profit on the channel or someone from the OMI team members again. Yeah, I probably should foster people love, but maybe not as much as they would love someone like that. Doctor of Stuff did not answer me. Tropical says, landed this bad boy. Mint number 62, 2-digit secret rare. Good for you, Tropical. Good for you. Laritza says, Spider-Man Day. Crypto Cosmos says, the man has been spoken of. Let's go. Dr. Rhonda Patrick says, grateful to the named on amongst this list, some exceptional company. Our goal as Found My Fitness is and always will be to shape the discourse around healthy aging and longevity with as much credibility as possible. And it seems like we're accomplishing that. Imagine Gary V selling his NFTs on VeVe, bro. That'd be wild. That would be insane. As I told you lately. Believe says, if you understand the market right now, then set a bid at 112 and get ready to make money. Bitcoin is back up in a few days. I agree. I'm going to go for Bitcoin. And we are going to go with Bitcoin 113.5, Ethereum 35.10. It was definitely at 34 at some point. Yeah, oh, is that what the poster today? Don't say any market. It is originally supposed to be for the people that were there at San Diego. Now I don't know what it's for. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I have to pee. I love you all. Class dismissed. Bye, guys.